Hey everybody, it's your Uncle Bear. Let's talk about social media today. You know, social media gets a bad rap, but I tell you what, uh, it also gives us a lot of opportunity that we didn't used to have, 20, 30 years ago. Uh, it gives us an easy way to look up people we haven't seen in years, whether it's an old service buddy or a classmate or even a family member you haven't seen in decades, and to keep in contact with them, at least kind of keep an eye on what's going on in their lives. Um, it's really it's really a valuable tool as far as I'm concerned. I actually looked up an old service buddy of mine here a few years ago, and he and I are now in contact. He was my best friend while I was in the military, and I was wondering, what happened to him. We kind of lost touch over the years, and of course, when I got out of the military, there were no cell phones, so uh, and we were still pretty young back then. So it wasn't like I was married or had a place to live or anything else like that yet. So anyway, it was social media is really a valuable tool, and this time of the year especially, it's really important to keep in touch with the people you care about, because we're all here on borrowed time. We have to remember that. My parents are both gone, and those of you who still have your parents, man, cherish that. Cherish that, because when they're not here, you definitely feel it down deep there's a hole in you that can't be filled again. Same with a sibling, I lost my brother probably 7 years ago, and we weren't particularly close. We weren't adversaries or anything like that, but we weren't particularly close. And the other day, I was just driving down the road, and it just kind of hit me that my brother was gone, and it was a bad feeling. It was a really bad feeling. Like I say, we weren't particularly close. We didn't hang out together and stuff like that. But he was still my brother. Anyways, reach out to the ones you love. Search for those old friends on social media. Find them and keep in touch with them. And like I say, it's just really cool that we are in an age, and I don't, they always talk about the addiction of social media, and it goes back to the old saying, too much of anything probably isn't good for you. But and that is true even with social media. You still have to interact personally on a personal level with people. And those people that you find on Facebook, you should be going out and having coffee or lunch with them also, because we do need that human connection, face to face, on occasion. Also, take that from a guy who spends 70 hours a week alone in a truck, and has for, I'm on my 37th year now, I think. Anyway. So yeah, look up those people. It's the holidays, and now it's the time to do that. This is the time to rekindle those old relationships with these people. So everybody be safe. Have a fantastic holiday season, and I hope you take my advice, because when you don't, like I say, we're all on borrowed time, and trust me, it really sucks when you plan to do something and then it ends up being too late to do something. Be safe.